about the death of our colleague, Honorable Ssegirinya. Honorable Ssegirinya, we met in Chevando, where I do some business, and he was consulting. I love your style of leadership as a member of parliament, belonging to a party, and you are able to tell them the truth. And he said, I want to join you. I told him that you are most welcome, but you have to do ABCD. I told him you have to prepare yourself to actually be that member of parliament who will not be compromised when you come in parliament. And we agreed that you could start as a councillor at KCCA, get some money to support himself, such that when he is on the floor, when he joins parliament, he's a bit decent, not to rush for this money, you know, the money that I'm talking about, and such that you can survive that blackmail. I am very, very happy that what we discussed from my business place in Chevando is what exactly Honorable Ssegirinya did. He came to Parliament with a vision of looking at the poor people. Allow me to, another minute, to eulogize a leader that we share the vision. He belonged to the opposition, but he shared the vision that I share of looking at the ordinary person. And indeed, he demonstrated it even when he was in opposition. Right Honorable Speaker, I am saddened that he is dying in the crossfire of intolerant politics, where he would have received medical attention and he was denied bail, even when he cried that he should be allowed to go for treatment. That's very, very sad. Even when we say he has not been killed, in law there is a principle, thin sick principle, where you must explain somebody who is weak when he disappears in your hands. And this is what has happened to Muhammadi, and the community is asking us as a government, could we not have done better? I know, Right Honorable Speaker, Parliament did their best, but you did it too late, because this man required that treatment at the right time. It was too much already on him that you were just now literally like wasting resources because the time had run out. I will pray going forward that government should be sensitive on the rights of people they have sent on remand. If they seek bail to go for treatment, they must know that bail is part of Article 28 of the Constitution.
Switch on.
Of fair hearing. Because if I am in custody of police, I am on remand in prisons, it does not take away my right to defend myself. And it is during that bail time that I can prepare my defense. Now we have Dr. Kizza Beisgye in prison. How many times is this government going to imprison Dr. Kizza Beisgye? Have we not had enough of imprisoning Dr. Kizza Beisgye? If he died in prison, what would we explain to this country? What would we explain to this country? Why can't we produce him in courts where it's supposed to be produced? There are several constitutional rulings, even to the Supreme Court level, requiring that civilians should be tried in military, in civil courts. Why is he still being tried in the military court? This type of torture to receive coffins of Ugandans is not the type of politics that I would want to practice when I'm a member of parliament of the ruling party. I want to engage and win an election, not by military institutions and coercion.
The point I'm trying to raise is that the state is a leviathan, huge, with many actors. The president comes in being the one on top and who really, in the circumstances, bears responsibility. But in most cases, there are those who work behind the scenes and they write such reports and they frame up people, innocent people, like we have the Ssegirinya. Why must the arresting officers and the prosecution arrest, then start investigations? Ideally, why don't you investigate, have a case, and then you arrest so that the accused can have his day in court or her day in court? And this we are failing. Right, Honourable Speaker and members, the profile of Uganda as a country is going down because of such incidents. It is. And why on earth, what is Dr. Beisgye doing in those military cells? These are the issues. Must we have another person to die under these circumstances? Why are we doing so badly, Madam Speaker and members? I think these should be learning experiences. That's why, with a sad heart, I shouldn't be standing here. Probably I would also be in very similar circumstances. Mr. Honourable Speaker and members, yes, death is a must. But his must have been exacerbated by his long stay on remand in jail. And even the judiciary abandoned its cardinal mission of being the temple of justice. We must check all ourselves. Those agencies within government who write and give fake reports and end up embarrassing the president and then end up embarrassing government and embarrassing all of us. Because for the last 2 years when they were in detention, why didn't the state adduce evidence and have them produced before courts of law? And also, I want to agree with Honorable Nambozi, this tinkering with the constitution on provisions that are critical to Ugandans. Why must you remove bail, yet you know the investigative machinery of the country is still nascent? It isn't solid. Why must you move against the bond in a country where the state institutions and apparatus are still fragile? So I think we need to take caution as members of parliament. We are not doing, internationally, we are not doing well. Our rating is going down, and now culminating into the abduction of Beisgye. He's now being tried in Makindye. We can't find the way out. Looking at Dr. Beisgye behind bars with his big eyes, you can't look at the photos again. It is a disgrace to this